State basketball. The Buckeyes are preparing for battle, and you're preparing to listen to them. Equally important, this is Fan Warmup.
The Fan Warmup Show is presented by the Ohio State University Army ROTC. Buckeyes lead the way.
All right, folks, we got a home basketball game here on a Wednesday night, a late 8:30 tip, but it is one that is badly needed for Buckeye basketball because home games are valuable. Every single one of these games in this 3-game home stretch is one that you got to win. And with Washington being way down on the standings in the Big Ten, but having won a couple of games here late, and they're capable of stealing an upset, they've shown that already. You should be on high alert. Everybody that is in the lineup for this Buckeye basketball team should be on high alert. Now, there is a clip that I have from Jake Diebler because he's talking about one player in particular that I think we all can agree we're looking for a little bit more. We're looking for another level for this guy. And back on the Buckeye show there, when we were talking about hoops, we spent some time talking about the front court production versus the back court production. Now, not breaking any news, I think we understood when this roster was assembled, the strength was going to be in the back court. I mean, you came into this thing with Michi, with Bruce Thornton as a third-year guy and one of the best players in the conference, and then a stud freshman in John Mobley who could grow and come off the bench. Now, things have changed since Michi's been gone, but Bruce and John have still been really good, and Micah Parrish has been really good. And I know Devin Royal, he's sort of on the front line, but he's producing. Like, no one's got a problem with him. He's actually shown the ability to rebound, and he's shown the ability to have 30 points in a basketball game. Hoping that he is healthy and good enough to go tonight, but we'll find out here shortly when he was a game-time decision. But this was Jake Diebler on what he wants to see from a 7'1" former 5-star recruit, our transfer from Kentucky, Aaron Bradshaw.
What I love about Aaron, he plays really hard. He's out there, he's playing really, really hard. Again, got to slow down a little bit. I think some of his shot selection at times because he's playing sped up. And he's got to be a great rim threat for us. And then I want him, when he's got time and space, I want him to look to be a threat for us on the perimeter. We rely on those guys to initiate action for us offensively. And I think they've done a pretty good job of that. What we're seeing now is teams commit right to our guards and ball screens and basically say hey, make one of the other 4 guys make a play and read kind of the shifting defense. So we're seeing that at times. But Aaron can I think he's got to rebound at a high level and be efficient, and he's done that some games, right? Like you kind of look over the last, I don't know how many games, but you see a game where it's like, okay, that's more like it. Then maybe one not as much, then another one where it's like, yep, there it is again. That's what we need that consistency. And, again, I think if he can string together a few days here now in a row, we can hopefully get back to kind of more of those good moments because like I told those guys, we need it. We need it down the stretch.
I want to start by seeing him grab 5 rebounds. That's something that we haven't seen in quite a long time. And I know his minutes haven't been up. It's been a long time since he's played 20 minutes. And I don't know if that's something he could see tonight against Washington. I know Devin Royal's status would definitely affect that and seeing a different rotation with the bigs. We know Aaron Bradshaw and Sean Stewart. You're wanting to see a lot more out of these guys. And if Ivan Yakovon is going to be in there, your Croatian 7'1" as well. That's 2 7-footers that you got on this team. So when they're in there, you just would like to see them taking steps. And if they're not going to be able to be big-time scorers for you, which, again, you can't ask everything of these guys, but at least certain parts of their games, you want to start to see some growth. And like Diebler's talking about there later, more consistency, not just one game, you've got flashes of it, and then 2 games it goes away and you don't see it. But hopefully, when you got great Osabor, really good player for the Washington Huskies, he can do some things. You're going to need something, some solid defense, guys hitting the glass, guys in their positions, playing their angles, because when you got a Washington team that's near the bottom of the standings, they're going to come in here hunting for a win, and Ohio State coming off a loss to Nebraska has got to be on high alert. Bodie, are we good here to get Ron Stokes on? Bodie, are we good to get Ron Stokes on right now, or is something up with the phone lines right now? Let's go and keep breaking down the Buckeyes with Ron Stokes.
It's time to go inside the Buckeyes with OSU basketball analyst and former captain Ron Stokes.
All right, we're good to go. Ron, we got a nice home game here tonight. What do the Buckeyes need to be most paying attention to get the job done? They're a double-digit point favorite, but it's life in the Big Ten.
Well, let me go back to one of your comments you just made about Aaron Bradshaw. He hadn't played a lot of minutes, and you know who dictates that?
Coaches.
Bradshaw. Aaron Bradshaw.
Yeah.
If he goes in the game and he gets 4 rebounds, he's not coming out of the game. I'm just telling you, players always have the choice to play better. Remember that.
I see. My man. Yeah. That's the Ron Stokes that I'm looking for, buddy. That's my guy. We gotta look in the mirror at some point, Ron. We got to look in the mirror at some point and challenge ourselves to just be a little bit better, because this is a great opportunity. This is a team that could and should be going to the NCAA tournament this year with what they've done. And now they got that 10th loss, which makes you a little nervous, but they're still trending well. And if we could just pick it up in a couple of areas, this could happen.
Yeah, accountability on both sides, right? The coaching has got to put the players in the right position, but the players have got to want to do it and so forth. And I know Aaron Bradshaw, he wants to be a better player. He has the size, and then, there's in some circles, he got a chance to play at the next level. So he's got a lot of motivation to play well. So, but going back to your question, clearly when you look at Washington, they're one of the teams, they're playing better, there's no doubt about it, but they've struggled from shooting the ball from the outside and finding consistency. As we know, they lost 6 games in a row and only won 1 game in the month of January. So this is a great opportunity for Ohio State, knowing that you have 3 games right in a row here in Columbus. You start with this one and keep it going. So it's a great chance to kind of get back on the winning side.
What about Devin Royal, Ron? Any news on him? We knew he was game time.
Yeah, it was my understanding he's going to play.
Nice.
And that was from earlier today, and just from what I heard. I'm looking out on the court right now. I do not see him right now, but all the players are not out there. But I do see him. He is going to play. He's out there stretching. So that's great news.
Yeah, obviously that's beautiful. And look, we've seen this backcourt be so good, and we've seen it almost in a combination now, where one night Micah Parrish didn't have it, but he comes back and he's crazy good with 30 points, right? We've seen Bruce Thornton have 30-point nights. We've seen John Mobley give you north of 20 here lately. What do you want to keep seeing from that backcourt in hopes that someone from the front line has a better game than we're used to seeing?
Yeah, and we said this early on, too. We thought the strength would be in the backcourt because you could have one guy have an off night and the other 2 play very, very well. I think when you look at Micah Parrish and what he's done and Bruce Thornton, if those 2 guys, if you throw in John Mobley Jr., who had a really good shooting night, I just want to see at least 2 of those 3 guys have monster games, and that'll make up. Because Bruce, when you look at what he's done in recent games, he had somewhat of a normal night, if you will, right? And that's probably a reason why Ohio State did not win that game on the road against Nebraska.
It's a big game tonight just for where you'd be in the standings. Getting back to 7-7 puts you up above USC and Nebraska at the moment. So go out,
you can't
get
lose
the job
this game.
done. You can't
lose this game.
Yeah.
It would be
Must
a bad
win.
loss. You got to get this win. But we got a chance. Go Bucks fans who will show up tonight, cheer loud.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much, Ron. Always appreciate the chat. Yeah, always appreciate the chat. Ron Stokes. Yep, will do. Ron Stokes, Paul Keels, and Skip Mossick will give you 45 minutes of very, very great pregame coverage. And I will be here talking with you about a Buckeye win after it's done. Buckeye Hoops versus Washington next on The Fan.
You've been listening to Fan Warmup.
The Fan Warmup Show is presented by the Ohio State University Army ROTC. Buckeyes lead the way.
Stay tuned for Buckeye basketball on your flagship home for Ohio State athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Go beyond your field of study and get a world-class education in leadership. As an Army officer, you'll work side by side with peers who support your growth, and you'll become a role model, mentor, and decision maker in any environment, at any scale. It's a challenging path, but along the way you'll sharpen your skills and show yourself and those around you exactly what you're capable of. Decide to lead at goarmy.com/officer.
The Ohio State University Army ROTC. Buckeyes lead the way. How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness, beautifully marbled, beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
Attention hockey fans, score the ultimate experience powered by Verizon.
Verizon is giving 2 lucky winners the chance to win 4 tickets to the 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series at Ohio Stadium on March 1st. Plus 50 participants will have a chance to win a $50 gift card. Just stop by a participating Columbus Verizon store by February 18th to enter.
Get your shot at this unforgettable experience. Hurry to a participating Columbus Verizon store today to enter.
Must be legal U.S. resident of Ohio, age 18 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit 971thefan.com/Verizon.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And everybody's had these pains, these little nicks, these things that you maybe had an injury when you were younger and you thought it went away. And then all of a sudden, as you get older, it starts to creep back. Doing everything, walking up the stairs, doing your favorite activities, golf, skiing, whatever it might be, the summer, the spring, the winter, it hurts. Hey, do not deal with it any longer. The hip, the knee, the shoulder, the back, whatever it is, there's good news. Go to QC Kinetics. They're groundbreaking treatments for that arthritis pain. They're going to make you feel better. The long-term relief, it's now possible. They're right here in Columbus under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sport Medicine and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon. Don't wait. Make the call today. My dad and I did. His knee's starting to feel better. My knee feels better. They've got PRP treatments. They can change your life. I'm telling you right now. So go to qckinetics.com/Columbus for your free consultation or give them a call at 380-228-4544. It's not going to go away on its own. They've got 2 offices in Dublin and Gahanna, so check them out.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. It's time for the Love Your Windows sales event. If you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and there's no limit. So if you need 20 windows, you only pay for 10. It's the perfect way to save big while upgrading your home. And that's not all. Universal Windows Direct is offering no interest financing for 3 years. That's 36 months of easy payments with 0% interest. And if you already have a price from another company, Universal Windows Direct will beat it. So you know you're getting the best deal around. Call them today, 614-502-5220, universalwindowsdirect.com.